Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about, has the sprint race influenced the outcome of the Motogp World Championship too much? Now, as we know, sprint races were put in 2 years ago to, I suppose, make the Saturdays a little bit more entertaining, but also, enough points on the table to make riders really, really go for it. Now, I did put up the results of the Malaysian Grand Prix on Sunday, and there were a number of comments in the comment field about this exact topic. Did the sprint, or does the sprint, hold too much weight in the current World Championship? And when I looked at it, I immediately kind of said, well, look, no, this could be people that are a fan favorite of Pecco, because when you do look at it, if you were to remove the sprint races this season, Pecco would be 24 points ahead going into a 25-point race. So you could realistically say it was yet again wrapped up. Although with Pecco, what we've seen is not exactly that. But, instead it's the other way around. It is Martin leading by 24 points with 37 points on the table. And again, anything can still happen. But I guess the point here was that, is it having too much influence on the World Championship? And for me, I personally don't think so. I think there is enough points there over the course of the season. I fully accept that as of right now, Pecco has won 10 Grand Prix out of 19, and he's still not leading the championship. But he's not leading the championship because he's made more mistakes. And when we look back at it, he crashed out at the Barcelona race when he was leading the sprint. You add those 12 points, the gap to Martin is halved. And there's been critical errors in sprints, or there have been Saturdays where Pecco is just not up to speed. And as a fan, when I go to a race, or when I want to sit down and watch MotoGP, the pleasure part of it is watching them race. Watching them in practice, watching them in qualifying is good. Watching them go handlebar to handlebar is realistically what I prefer. I completely understand why people would feel that, someone that would go out and win every sprint race, which hasn't been the case this season, would feel that it has had too much influence. But saying that, if they were to give 9 points for a winner, like realistically, you could nearly sacrifice the Saturday sprint race to gain stuff for the Sunday. For me, I don't think the sprint race has influenced the championship, but what it has done is it's shown where riders do need to improve. And Pecco has said this himself: I need to sort out my Saturdays. And for me, that's like a rider trying to sort out whether he can go fast in low grip, wet conditions versus dry conditions, so I think it's an art, and it's something that is a development point. For example, and I'll put it like this: if Pecco was to sort out his Saturdays and still be as competitive on his Sundays, this would be, it could necessarily be a whitewash. So it's one of those things that, while I understand people's points in it, for me, I don't see the sprint race heavily impacting the World Championship. I believe this World Championship was a little bit different in the way that the leaders kept making mistakes, and it was going to be who made more mistakes has won the championship. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. Do you believe the sprint race is holding too much weight in what happens in the World Championship? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.